Welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network. We come to you tonight from the John A. Barato Athletic Center as the Region Sports Network features Indiana High School boys basketball as the 21st Century Cougars visit the East Chicago Central Cardinals. I'm Andrew Mild. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's broadcast, and joining me with the color analysis is the great Jay Simmons. Good evening, Jay.
I like the way you bring me into the game. Hey, we're going to have a great one here tonight. We're seeing it again. Home East Chicago, 5-0 in their last 5 games. Struggle against a very good Morton team. New coach, a bunch of new players. Struggle, and then all of a sudden come back and bounce back in the fourth quarter a week ago. So we'll have to see how they continue to play. And coming into tonight, Gary 21st Century 1-1 in their last 2 games. Oddly enough, they played their last 2 games in Missouri. So they had a little bit of a road trip. But before that, they won 5 in a row locally. The 2 teams have played common opponents. They're 7 games total. 21st Century 6-1, lost to Crown Point, and East Chicago 5-2 against the same common opponents and have lost to Crown Point and Indianapolis Atticus, which of course 21st Century had won that game. So it's going to be a very, very close game. 2 contrasting styles. It's going to be fun.
Yes, some consider this to be the game of the year. 2 defending sectional champions, with 21st Century coming from the 2A, East Chicago from the 3A. And for East Chicago, they got bailed out with Dominic Murphy putting up 34 points, tying a career high from his sophomore season. And if it wasn't for him stepping up offensively, there's a good chance East Chicago have suffered their first home loss of the year.
Yeah, he played lights out, and he played that second half with 4 fouls early in the third quarter. He had 3 in the first half and then picked up a 4th one early in that third quarter and played smart basketball the rest of the way out to stay in the game.
And that Morton game was a week ago, so it's been a long time since East Chicago has played. So if you're Coach Alamaruri, what were you diagnosing with your team going into this one against a very good Cougar squad?
Well, I think one of the things that they got away from in that game, especially early on, was that ball movement that they've been doing so well. 2, 3, 4 passes, working to get the guy open for a good shot. They seemed to play one-on-one, thought they could really dominate Morton, but they just couldn't. Morton, the wheels came off in the middle of the third quarter with, I think, a couple technical fouls.
Back-to-back technical fouls.
And then East Chicago connected on the free throws and connected again on a couple baskets and some more fouls and more technicals. So they wiped out a 10-point deficit in just a matter of 1 minute. So it was crazy, that game. But East Chicago's got to stay focused the whole game. It's going to be a couple contrasts of styles here in this game, I think.
Yeah, looking to the other side for 21st Century Charter, we get lucky if we see one 20-point scorer, another person that has scored 1,000 points in their illustrious career. We're going to see 2 of them tonight. We already talked about one of them, Dominique Murphy, who was 88 points away from E'Twaun Moore's record. Terrence Hayes on the other side, he scored 1,000 points in his career. He's averaging 21.6 points, and he is a special talent.
Yes, he is. It's 6'1", and they've got him, he's a guard/forward, so he's going to have to play really tall tonight. He's gonna have one of those 3 big men averaging 6'6" all the way across the board for East Chicago, so he's going to really have to play big. I think he's going to have to play outside to in. He's going to have to let the defense draw out, either hit a couple threes and then take the ball to the basket, or he's going to have a long night. And Williams also for
Demetrius Williams.
Demetrius Williams, 6'4", so he's a little bit undersized as well, and he's the biggest guy in that starting lineup for 21st Century. So he's going to have to play larger than life tonight.
He has racked up a lot of double-doubles in his career. He is averaging just under 20 points. He's averaging almost 11 rebounds. He's sort of a player that has flown underneath the radar. He's been accounted for 63 wins for the 21st Century Charter Cougars since he has been there. And this has been a dominant school in their sectional in the 2A. They've won 8 of the last 9 sectional championships. James Scott in his second season as a head coach, and this was a great story, Jay. They had a coach leave them in the summertime, They get into December. A coach then resigns. James Scott steps up, and they still win a sectional championship. So for James Scott, he got on an even playing field with his players. They connected, and the Cougars fans were really impressed how he was able to step up and establish an offense. They said the biggest thing for them is they move the ball well and play unselfish basketball.
Yeah, Nate, you know what? I think that's where they could take advantage of their quickness and being able to get that open shot, move the ball quickly. They cannot play one-on-one basketball here tonight. It's got to be team-orientated.
We will take a quick break, and then we will be right back as we will have the starting lineups and the national anthem. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
The Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is 17 degrees, but with that wind chill, it feels like 10. Perfect basketball weather to come into the John A. Barato Center and enjoy a very competitive game. That's the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Andrew Mild with Jay Simmons. As the buzzer's going to go off, we're going to have the national anthem and then starting lineups, opening tip. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 3. 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
This is the Region Sports Network as you get a good view of the John A. Barato Center. It is packed for what some people are considering to be the game of the year between the East Chicago Central Cardinals going up against the 21st Century Charter Cougars. We'll go through the starting lineups first off with the Cougars. It's going to be the 5'10 junior Ron Mosley to go up with Jacoby Donaldson, and then we mentioned these two players, Terrence Hayes and Demetrius Williams. They are the stud players of this team. And then you add the 5'11 senior Elijah Musadik. Jay, amongst those players, I know we mentioned the two, but for East Chicago, what's it going to take to stop the combination of Hayes and Williams?
They're definitely going to have to get in their face, but the thing is, they can't let them take them off the dribble. Backside's really going to have to be aware of what's going on. If they're going to be taking that ball to the basket, you don't want the big guys from East Chicago to be getting in some foul trouble early on. Because I think that's what East 21st Century is going to do. They're going to take them off the dribble, try and draw them out, take them off the dribble, try and get some fouls on those big guys inside.
Looking over for East Chicago, you hear the music starting up for them in the clapping from the Cardinal faithful. It's going to be Jamari Pollard, Yamari Wallace, another stud, the Swiss Army knife of the Cougars club. Keontae Bell, of course, it's Dominique Murphy at the small forward position. He's averaging almost 22 points per game, and the very tall 6'7" Greg Williams. So that's going to be a big thing, Jay, is how is the Cougars going to handle the height of the Cardinals?
Also the shot blocking ability of Greg Williams and Dominique Murphy. If they get in close to the basket, those guys love to get up in the air and swat them into the bleachers and knock them off the basket or knock them off before they touch the backboard. Get up there and swat them away. We saw a lot of that against Morton last week, and it was electrifying. They were playing well above the rim.
Yeah, for East Chicago, they got a significant pickup from Greg Williams. He was really the unsung hero of that game. Wallace and Murphy got into foul trouble, but Williams stayed out there even when he got into foul trouble, and he went for 12 points and 7 rebounds. So it was his shot blocking ability that kept him in it and his ability to pull down some key rebounds and score at the rim.
Yeah, it's going to be electrifying. This place is packed. They even have opened up the top deck. It's that crowded here in the lower level.
You can cut the tension with a knife here at the John A. Barato Center. Both teams know that this is for bragging rights and to really prove who is one of the better teams in this part of the state. The jump ball will be done by Yamari Wallace and Demetrius Williams. Here we go. We have basketball, and it's going to be won by the Cougars. Arrow will belong to the Cardinals. Cougars have it here on the wing. They get it over to the mid-range. Demetrius Williams kicked it out. Mosley dished it off into the wing. It's a fast-paced offense. The ball is lost on the ground momentarily. Coming over and picking it up is Pollard. Pollard pushing it down the floor. It's 2-on-2. He's just going to send it off and ask for the basketball right back. But Keontae Bell, the point guard of this team, is going to set up the offense.
Yeah, Ballard right there. Great job just getting the ball back out and setting the offense up.
Pollard over by half court in the intertwining EC and the Barato Center. Slow offense here for East Chicago. This is the set that really helped us. A three is blocked. Terrence Hayes flying through the air to reject the shot. They push it down the floor. Williams is there to recover. Ball on the ground. They're diving for it as Musadik is down there. That's recovered by East Chicago. That's Yamari Wallace. Couple of turnovers for the Cougars in their first 2 possessions.
Yeah, 21st Century coming out and playing a little zone defense here. I think that's a good job, good call by the coach. You cannot match up inside man-to-man against these taller guys.
Pollard going to his left. Definitely looked like the zone for the Cougars. Murphy going to try for a 3. And Dominic Murphy staying hot from his last game where he scored 34. He hits the first bucket of the game, and it's a triple.
Yeah, Murphy just red hot.
And Wallace pokes it away. Pushing it down, and he throws it down.
Wallace launches up from about 3 steps out and just jams that baby home. No doubt about that one.
Some of the best hands in the business. And there's a block by Williams. Offensive rebound, put back up and good from Musadik.
Yeah, right there, Wallace just jams it home. Great steal, picks it up, jams it home. Right there are some of the best hands in the business, just like the Bricklayers local for Indiana, Kentucky. Join Bricklayers 4 and start your career today. Visit baclocal4.org to find out more.
A travel call on East Chicago. Cardinals went on a 5-0 run. Cougars trying to respond as Demetrius Williams with a bad pass there. Another turnover. That's 3 for the Cougars early.
Yeah, Cougars just got caught underneath the basket right there. There's nothing they can do about that one. It's got to stop and pop from 15. You can't take that ball amongst the trees.
Williams trying to get right in the middle of that zone. And that's how you break a 2-3 zone, Jay. He's moved down low by the block. Trying to space it out. Bell on the wing. Sends it to Pollard. Pollard trying for a straightaway 3. It's left short. Long rebound by Wallace. Wallace going up with the left hand. And Yamari Wallace is up to 4 points.
Yeah, Wallace, great job cleaning up the loose ball. Takes it straight to the hole. No doubt.
Effort play by Yamari Wallace, who's averaging almost 11 points. Stop and pop from the elbow. No good. Tipped in the air. Dominic Murphy soaring for that first rebound. And there's a steal. Williams coming out of nowhere.
Lazy pass. Great job by Williams anticipating the passing lanes.
He ran into 2 Giants and lost the basketball. Wallace on the wing. He's got 4 points. Here's a 3 from Pollard. And Pollard from the wing puts it down.
Pollard from the dead corner just bangs it home.
Timeout called by Coach James Scott and the Cougars. They're on the wrong side of a 5-0 run, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
We're back on the Region Sports Network. Andrew Mile, Jay Simmons, and the Cougars are trailing the Cardinals 10-2. A couple of made threes, one by Murphy and one by Pollard. Pollard's the one that forced the timeout. Nice stop and go, up and undershot, no good. And the height really paying off for East Chicago at the moment. They're pulling down every rebound.
Yeah, Terrence Hayes from 21st Century, a little frustrated. He's got Yamari Wallace at 6'6" on him, so it's going to be a long night for Hayes.
And you and I were talking about that. As Murphy from the mid-range, and one of the few times you're going to see him miss from that spot. Push it down the floor. Here's the shot blocked. Dominic Murphy with the rejection. Offensive rebound. Here's the attack, and that's going to be a foul as Demetrius Williams went right into the chest of Greg Williams, and he's going to go to the line.
Yeah, Greg Williams just sort of got caught flat-footed and just nothing doing right there on the break. Dominique Murphy just swats that one away.
Early candidate for the Proud Union home play of the game presented by the Region Sports Network. But back to that point, we were looking at the height of Hayes and Williams, knowing that there are going to be problems offensively for East Chicago. But we saw that Yamari Wallace and Dominique Murphy soar over those two players. We were wondering how they were going to go about it, and early on, they really haven't had an answer.
No, they have not. And Terrence Hayes has really got to figure out a way to score in this game.
Williams and Murphy ran into one another, and it's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Cougars. We saw this in the last game, too, where Murphy and Williams were battling for the rebound and then realizing that they're on the same team, and Williams didn't want to pick up the ball because he was worried he was going to be called for a travel. So it's going to allow 21st Century to try and cut into this lead after they get one made free throw. They swing it to the other side. Here is a three, and it goes down easily for Jacoby Donaldson.
Boy, East Chicago gets that ball out quick and moves it up the court.
Donaldson just a 26% three-point shooter. You wouldn't have known that by watching that make. It was nothing but nylon.
Nothing but net and the bottom of the floor.
Murphy from way downtown, and Dominique Murphy, what a shot!
Yeah, he's shooting that almost from the volleyball lines out there.
Good pass with the left hand, and Terrence Hayes with a head of steam capitalizes. Look at the body control by the junior. Murphy, can he do it again? No. That would have been his third three if he would have made it. They got the numbers. Williams going right at Murphy. They tip it back up. No good. And East Chicago going down the floor. That was Keontae Bell. Pollard, stop and pop. No good. Rebound pulled down by Williams.
Yeah, East Chicago's got to make sure they get some good looks. They're just firing up threes right now.
Here's another hoist of a three, and East Chicago Central is going to get another rebound. Keontae Bell, the point guard. Pollard going to go up, and his shot is off. Williams tried to put it back in. Williams had the ball for a moment, but it was knocked away. Finally secured by the Cougars. Donaldson bringing it up the floor. 13-8 Cardinals with about 2 minutes to go. Another three hoisted up by Charter, and it's not even close. That was an air ball.
Yeah, Hayes never had his feet set. Not a good look right there for 21st Century.
Yeah, the Cardinals almost inviting them to shoot those sort of shots. Murphy on the elbow. That's what he's looking for. As Williams cannot make the shot. He got the look, but simply could not convert.
Yeah, Murphy with the great pass, and then Williams with the nice cut. Just couldn't finish.
Hayes thought about taking the three. He's going to go up against Greg Williams. Going deep into his bag, and finally he gets hit. That's going to go on Williams, and that will be the second foul on Greg Williams, Jay.
Yeah, Williams is going to have to come out.
You saw there Terrence Hayes going up against a player that's much taller than him, so instead of going right at him, he went to his speed, trying to work his way around him. And it led to a foul.
That 2 fouls on Williams, so they're going to have to change up. East Chicago going to have to change up their game plan. Ball out of bounds, 2-3 zone.
And a three instantly after the inbound play as Joseph Watkins has come in for Greg Williams. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Cardinals have led the entire way. Bell for three, and Keontae Bell from way downtown. The triples are going down for East Chicago.
Flashes at home. It's going to looks like Bell's going to pick up a foul right there, trying to sneak in and catch that pass. Nothing doing.
That is the third team foul on the Cardinals and the first on Keontae Bell. 16-8 Cardinals.
Got to be a little bit smarter than that, 30 feet from the basket.
After you make a three like that, you get a little amped up. You want to make another play. Then you get called for almost a pass interference running into the player going for the ball. Moving the ball around. Williams on the wing. Going up against Watkins, who just checked in. Mosley over to Hayes. They're swinging the ball around. Mosley from the EC logo, and he can't convert on the shot. Under a minute to go.
That's second time in a row Murphy's brought the ball up. He likes to be the point guard for this team.
Dominic Murphy's hit 2 threes in this first quarter as he's getting closer to E'Twaun Moore's record. Now 82 points away. The countdown is on, Jay.
It's going to happen before you know it.
Coach Maruri slowing down the offense here. And why not? The set offense was working in the last game against Morton. Really haven't seen East Chicago get into a fast break sort of offense that we're accustomed to. They like to get in the track meets.
Yes, they do. And it's slowing it down right here. They're going to work it for the last shot here with 15 left in the first quarter.
Jamari Wallace swings it back out. Bell, good pass. Three on its way from Wofford. No good. Offensive rebound. Watkins. It got blocked. Murphy gets the ball. Murphy goes up. He gets hit. He's going to the line. But we have an East Chicago player down at the moment. That's Wofford has get helped up from Yamari Wallace. Oh, that's not good.
It looks like he came down on somebody's foot, sprained his ankle.
Coach Maruri instantly sending out DeAndre Timms to replace the injured Wofford. And Wofford is grabbing at his left leg.
Yeah, it looks like his ankle. Like I said, in a pile like that, a lot of guys are jumping up in the air. It looks like he came down on somebody's foot, sprained his ankle.
They're trying to get him off the floor, but he is in that much pain where he can't put any weight on it. Yeah, they have just picked up Wofford, and they're carrying him off the floor. Round of applause from the East Chicago fans and even some of the 21st Century Charter fans that have made their way over from Gary. Always got to appreciate the good sportsmanship. As Dominic Murphy is now up to 9 points in this quarter. Good pass. The shot at the buzzer will not fall down as Williams had a good look from the elbow, and that's going to end the first quarter. And the Cardinals, they're going to lead it by 11. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Don't forget to visit regionsports.com, Facebook/Region Sports Nation, and Instagram for this week's Powering Indiana Peak Performers, presented by NECA, IBEW, Powering Indiana of Lake County. Powering Indiana, the region's most trusted electricians. Andrew Miles and Jay Simmons. And Jay, what did you see in that first quarter for the Cardinals?
East Chicago just playing lights out. Dominic Murphy just puts him on his back and scores 9 points. 2 threes and then an old-fashioned 3. He is carrying the load tonight.
It's almost like a cornucopia of threes for Dominic Murphy, doing a little bit of everything for his team in that first quarter, as Yamari Wallace is still out there. But Greg Williams and Murphy trying it for a traditional 3, but it won't go down. Rebound by Timms, and it's secured by the Cardinals. Bad pass by Watkins. It's a steal going down the floor. Up with the right hand. Goes down, and he's going to go to the line.
Yeah, a blocking foul. He should have just gotten out of the way.
That was Jacoby Donaldson that took the ball and went the whole way down the floor. Donaldson hit a 3 in the first quarter, and he's going to go for the old-fashioned 3 here to start off the second quarter.
And that's going to be Bell's second foul early here in the second quarter.
So not only is Greg Williams on the bench because of foul trouble, so is Keontae Bell. We also mentioned that Jafon Wofford had to head off the floor as he had injured what appeared to be his left leg.
Chicago down 2 starters. A little press here by 21st Century.
Good pass. Murphy in the post. Murphy gets hit. And that's what he does very well, Jay. Dominic Murphy, great footwork when he gets into that post area.
Yes.
And forces a lot of fouls as the opposing defenders move their hands instead of their feet.
That's right. And number 12, Jacoby Donaldson, only at 6 foot, trying to match up with them right there, picks up his first foul. First one of the quarter for 21st Century. Yeah, Murphy does, like you said, does so well once he gets the ball in the paint. He is hard to stop.
Went 4 for 4 at the line in the last game and shooting 75% at the charity stripe this year. He goes 1 for 2 there as East Chicago builds their lead back up to a 9-point advantage. Hayes being double teamed by the half-court line. Finally gets it away to Williams. Williams runs it to a couple of defenders. Bad pass regained by Mosley. Mosley They're in a bad way down there.
They're completely lost offensively.
And they're going to say 5 seconds in the lane on Donaldson.
Yeah, it looked like he was planting a tree in there, Donaldson.
Building himself a house down there. And
Found some quality property.
Live rent-free. A turnover on the Cougars. They had a good amount in the first quarter. We're starting to see that press, sort of a loose press.
2-2-1 full court press, trying to trap at midcourt.
And for the Cardinals, they've been doing a good job of breaking that press as the ball gets knocked away.
Yeah, Joe Watkins caught the ball in a bad spot right over the midcourt line in the corner. Almost got trapped there.
UC Deke was able to get his hand on it, and East Chicago inbounds it. They get it to Murphy. Murphy up with the right hand from the left block and can't put it down. Good pass in transition, and that's a tough shot. And
like
stepping out of bounds is Musadek after he was able to get the missed shot from Terrence Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes tried to take it up and under and just couldn't hang long enough to get to the opposite side of the rim and got stuffed by the rim.
Almost trying to look like Kyrie Irving with that layup attempt. A tough one. Cougar is trying to force some turnovers and see if they get the transition. They're a team that plays fast, and usually the Cardinals are too, but not tonight. Coach Maruri understanding what team he's going up against, and he's going to force them to play defense. Watkins spinning, floater, can't go down. Here comes Murphy out of nowhere, but the Cougars were able to get the ball away. Mosley, transition, triple, can't go down. And it's going to go out of bounds. Who's it going to belong to? Looks like it's going to.
It looks like it's going to be 21st Century's ball.
Yeah, I never saw a point. Did you see
No,
a point?
I did not.
Kind of went based off of the players not moving in the other direction.
Both teams not really out of their offensive sets right now. Just not good ball movement offensively.
Jacoby Donaldson is the only Cougar to score in this second quarter, and it was an and one play. Here's Donaldson into lane. Good defense by Yamari Wallace. Donaldson picks up his own missed shot. Here's a three from Williams, and it goes in and out. Murphy gets hit, and he hits the deck. Pollard somehow received that pass. Floater, and good work there by Jamari Pollard, the transfer from Bowman. And here's another floater on this end, and it's cleaned up very nicely by Elijah Musadik.
Well, Hayes, nice shot right there, floated it up, and Murphy just comes back. The ball is moving up and down this court real quick.
It's turned into that track meet that we thought we were going to get. And somehow, some way, Ron Mosley's shot hit everything and finally went down as he went up against the 6'6" Yamari Wallace.
Yeah, he just threw up a prayer on that one.
And that prayer answered. It hit off the iron 3 times. Wallace crossover. Wallace into the paint. Wallace hits the ground as there is no foul called.
They're letting him play inside, that's for sure.
That's a bad pass forced by Donaldson. It's stolen away by Watkins. Watkins doing everything he can, trying to go coast to coast. Nice pass, and Wallace can't convert. Wallace gets the rebound, gets hit. Shot doesn't go down, but Joseph Watkins going coast to coast in a beautiful no-look dish.
Oh, and hit a wide-open Yamari Wallace. How does he miss that bunny right there to give Watkins the assist? Watkins, what a great job. Good vision, and then just, like you said, the no-look pass.
That might be one of those plays where Watkins, watching film, is going to look at Yamari and put his hands up and go, how'd you miss that? You cost me an assist. Couple of substitutions as the Cardinals are sending out Daniel Robinson. He's a 5'8" senior, as we mentioned. Javon Wofford went out with an injury. So we're going to take a break as a timeout has been called. Cardinals up by 10. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Thanks for joining us on this chilly Friday evening here in East Chicago. Andrew Mild and Jay Simmons bringing you action here on the Region Sports Network. Also join us tonight, our producer Justin Cole and Zach Miller on camera. And for the East Chicago Central Cardinals, they're going to have to go deeper into their bench.
Yes,
you got
they
Greg
are.
Williams go out with foul trouble. Keontae Bell's out with foul trouble. Wofford got hurt, so we're seeing Daniel Robinson check into the game.
Yeah, he has not played that much this season, but he is called on tonight in one of the biggest games of the season for East Chicago.
He's right there wearing the orange and mint green shoes, one on each foot. I like the creativity for Robinson.
That's a plus right there.
Going with the press is Coach Maruri after the timeout, trying to slow down this Cougars team. Williams forces the pass to Hayes. Hayes shooting over Wallace, and Hayes makes it look very easy, rising over the 6'6 senior.
Yeah, nonchalantly just buried a floater from about 10 to 15 feet out.
Hayes shooting 54% this year, so he's effective and efficient. A microwave sort of scorer. Great defense here, and it's going to lead to a turnover. And Wallace looking like a safety with a one-hand pick, and the Cougars responding with their own steal. They're coming down the floor, split the defenders, and Jacoby Donaldson's having himself a first half to remember.
Wow, about 4 turnovers in one sequence right there.
We're starting to catch up with who is who. Watkins almost being dared here. Murphy loses it. That defensive intensity has picked up for the Cougars.
Yeah, number 55'5", Ron Mosley swats that ball out of Murphy's hands.
There's a three from Ryan Mosley, and Ryan Mosley coming off the bench and draining a three. And Jay, we have a 3-point game.
Yeah, out of nowhere, a lot of turnovers by East Chicago, not being able to get into their set offense.
Wallace, ISO ball here. He faces Williams, spin move. Forces it back out. Here comes a three. No. Robinson hitting the ground hard. He got it back out to Watkins. And here comes another steal. Donaldson. And the Cougars have a chance to tie the game. Hayes with the left hand goes up against Murphy. And the shot rolls out. Tip back up. And Terrence Hayes. Looking awfully strong, making it a 1-point game.
Wow, Hayes has put this team on their back, and he is carrying them. You talk about it, he's averaging 21 points on the season. He has shown why he's such a creative scorer.
Three on its way. Rolls out from DeAndre Tim's shot. Can the Cougars take the lead? Great pass down the floor to give it to Terrence Hayes. And for the first time tonight, the Cougars have a lead.
Yeah, East Chicago without 2 of their starters right now are just playing lost out there.
Jamarian Kelly had came in for the Cougars and Ryan Mosley, and they both have been doing their part, playing great defense and knocking down the three. Watkins in a bad place on the baseline. They're moving the ball around. Wallace at the top, over the Tims. Murphy, corner three on its way, off the backboard. Can they build on their lead here? The battle for the ball. Murphy got the loose ball. It's 3-on-1. He's going to take his chances, and he's going to get the blocking foul.
You can just tell East Chicago is completely out of sorts right now. They are not getting into their set offense. They are playing scramble offensively. 21st century with just great team speed, cutting off the passing lanes, cutting off the dribbling lanes, just doing a great job defensively, even though they're so undersized.
The foul is called on Kelly, a 6'1 senior. They came in, and he was the one that was getting in the face of Watkins and playing some excellent defense. Murphy goes 1 for 2, and we're even out at 26 with 1:12 to go.
Yeah, just at the start of this quarter, it was an 11-point lead for East Chicago.
Hayes lost the ball going for the spin move. Numbers for East Chicago. Watkins dropping off to Murphy, and Murphy had it slip out of his hands as he was about to rise up, and it landed in the front row.
Watkins just waited one step too long. It looked like Murphy was already way under the basket when he caught that pass. Less than a minute to go here in the first half.
Coach Scott very happy with the effort he's seen from his team in this second quarter. It was all East Chicago in that first, but now the Cougars have responded very well. They set it up down low for Kelly. Kelly with the drop-off pass. Tough shot. Won't go down. Murphy battling, and you're not going to beat Murphy for a rebound too many times. Under 30 seconds, and something was just called. Did Coach Maruri take a timeout? Oh, they warned the benches, Jay.
Both of the coaches are the sixth man on the court out here.
You're saying they're ready to catch and shoot if need be?
Yes, they are.
Be that extra defender. 20 seconds to go. Yeah, I feel this might be the final shot of the first half, but the Cardinals with a costly mishap.
Yeah,
Wallace tried to get it to Watkins. Watkins didn't go for the ball.
Yeah, Watkins thought it was tipped by one of the 21st century guys. Well, the pace of this game and the whole dynamics of this game has changed as soon as 21st century went man-to-man on their defense.
Hayes, mid-range jumper, about 16 feet. No good. Offensive rebound by Musadik, and Musadik is going to go to the line as he was hit. That foul will go on to Daniel Robinson, his first. Musadik at the line this year shooting 50%. As he's pulled down his fair share of rebounds in this first half. Under 3 seconds to go. No good on the first one. Front end of these two free throws. And Musadik, he looks pretty frustrated about how that first one went, Jay. Body language is huge when you're at the line.
Yeah, he's hoping to hit the rim on this second one. He does not look confident out there.
Cougars have a chance to take the lead into the halftime locker room. Second one is up, and the second one just hits the front rim, falls right into the lap of Donaldson, and Donaldson at the buzzer gives the Cougars the lead to close out the first half.
Wow, great job by Donaldson being able to catch that one falling backwards and just throw it up as the buzzard's going off. What a second quarter. Yeah, you see Donaldson falling back, catches it, and then went straight up, threw it up as the buzzer was going off, and that gives 21st Century the lead.
The Cougars, who are down by 11 to close out the first quarter, take the lead into the halftime locker room. We will step aside here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and talking about all things IHSAA related. Historic weekend last week, Commissioner. First girls wrestling state finals, and it was a massive success.
It was, Coach. We had in excess of 200 schools participate in the tournament, and around 1,200 girls, and we brought 16 girls in each weight class to the fairgrounds at the Coliseum this past weekend or last Friday. And you know, it was an incredible day of competition. And you know, one thing that we've learned is a lot of the girls that wrestle weren't participating in sports in other fashions in their building in traditional sports that we've offered over the years. So it's opened up an opportunity to participate to a whole new group of girls. And again, it was that trophy that we handed out was the same as the boys get, and the medals was the same as the boys receive, and it was just it was a phenomenal weekend. And you know, our Assistant Commissioner Robert Falcons headed this effort up and did a phenomenal job here for the office.
We sometimes forget as adults that the reason we do what we do, why you do at the IHSAA what you do, and those of us in the sports world do what we do, it's about helping young men and women create lifetime memories and help them understand the bigger values of life you can learn through sports. And you've just created a great number of lifetime memories for these young ladies and their families with a tremendous tournament that you just concluded.
Yeah, we're very fortunate and very pleased to be able to do that. And we're gonna, as they say, we're gonna play that back with another new sport this spring, Coach. And this spring will be the first ever boys volleyball state championship. And we got some other things on the horizon. You know, we got girls lacrosse that's growing, and with the efforts of the Colts and the Ursay family, girls flag football is really becoming more and more popular across the state.
I think to go back to your point about young ladies who had not been involved in other sports finding their way into wrestling, opening up opportunities for them, I think that's the best part of this whole endeavor, and that is being able to expand the opportunities that boys and girls around our state have to be involved in interscholastic events and interscholastic sports that will in fact benefit them for the rest of their lives. I think that's the home run that you've hit.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Coach, and we agree with that. You couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, coming up this Sunday, speaking of tournament opportunities, girls basketball pairing show, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock on the IHSAA Champions Network. Greg Rakestraw and I will be live from your offices. This is always one of the more fun nights. I have a lot of fun doing what I do, and I'm fortunate to be able to do that. But when it comes to pairing shows, those are different nights for all of us.
They are. It's kind of become an event. You know, certainly we have talent extraordinaire on the broadcast with you and Greg.
Greg's really good. No, you're right.
Yeah, but it's fun to, if people have Twitter or X now, follow along, and the number of schools that have watch parties where they gather at somebody's house in the basement or at a local restaurant to watch that draw come out. That's been historic in our tournament. I can remember years ago that you listened to the radio, and when the radio show was on, you knew it. And for me, it was the Princeton radio station down in southern Indiana, and you waited to see what the draw was going to be and when you were going to play and who you were going to play. And it was just part of the fun of the tournament.
The show starts at 5 o'clock, 5 until 7 on the IHSA Champions Network, the IHSA Girls State Finals pairing show. Greg Rakestraw and I live from the IHSAA. Commissioner Neidig, it's always great to talk to you. Thanks so much for your time, and I'll look forward to spending time with you on Sunday.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
We are back. Andrew Mile and Jay Simmons on the Region Sports Network. It's currently halftime at the John A. Barado Center here in East Chicago, Indiana. And Jay, in that first quarter, it was all East Chicago. Second quarter, it was all 21st Century Charter. So really, it was a tale of two quarters for these two teams.
Yeah, I think part of it is, one, East Chicago had to sit out two starters, had another crucial sub get a sprained ankle, had to get carried off the floor, and they sort of lost their chemistry. They lost their ball movers and getting the ball up and down the floor, and Dominique Murphy ended up having to be a point guard at some point during that quarter. And then also, I think 21st Century recognized that and got out of the zone and went man-to-man out there, and it really caused a shake-up to East Chicago and the tempo in that game.
Yeah, it was a very simple game plan for Alamarui in that first quarter. Let's get it down low to our big guys and Greg Williams and Dominique Murphy, and then we'll swing it back out real fast, and we'll set up one of our best wing shooters in Pollard, Bell, and even Dominique Murphy went out to the corner and hit a couple of threes himself. So that adjustment by James Scott really helped his team go on a 20-7 run in the second quarter, and they were really led by Jacoby Donaldson, who had the buzzer beater close out the first half. He scored 10 points in the first half out of the 28 for the Cougars.
Yeah, he was a key pivotal player for them, especially right there at that last second, catches the ball off the short free throw and just flips it in for the lead. That was a turning point in the ball game. But I think it was that whole second quarter and the loss of the two starters with two fouls early in the second quarter and at the end of the first quarter for East Chicago really threw them off balance.
It was Bell and Williams, the two starters, that picked up two fouls. And when Greg Williams was off the floor, you could tell there's a difference. Greg Williams is the tallest player on the floor at 6'7". He was down there getting blocks whenever you saw Hayes and Williams attack. And on top of that, he was getting the defensive rebounds and even gave East Chicago some second chance looks with his hustle on the offensive side.
Yeah, Williams got shut out in that first half as well. No points. I know he's not a big-time scorer, but he still contributes.
Had the 12 points in the last game. Catch and shoot from Hayes, and Hayes missed everything. My goodness, that was a heave. Wasn't even close.
Yeah, he had Wallace right in his face as he let go of that one.
Bell comes around the screen, mid-range jumper in the long two, hits off the back iron. Not even 30 seconds into this third quarter, already seen two quick shots.
Yeah, I think East Chicago, you've got to get the ball into the moneymaker's hand right there. You got to get the ball to Murphy and let him take control of this game.
They're setting up a three for Donaldson. He had 10 in the first half, and he can't make his first shot of the second half. Dominique Murphy had the ball fall into his lap. He's going to go right at the defense. Murphy at the cup cannot get it to kiss off the glass.
Yeah, he got pinned too far underneath the glass and couldn't make it.
Hayes gets fouled, and the shot was rejected, but no goaltending call as the foul was before the shot, so no free throws for Terrence Hayes.
Yeah, it looks like Wallace is going to pick up his first on the night. I think the East Chicago fans sort of like took a deep breath right there, thinking Greg Williams had already picked up his third.
And that would have been interesting to see if they were called a goaltend. Williams with the rejection. Offensive rebound secured. Shot tossed up. No good.
Yeah, Williams got to be careful underneath there. You don't want to pick up that third early here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was Demetrius Williams trying to go up against Greg Williams. Demetrius Williams with a bad pass. Pollard going down the floor. He tries to dunk it, but there to contest it was Terrence Hayes. Some great defense early by the Cougars.
Well, I think Pollard just lost control of it and didn't want to pick up the traveling. Just sort of tried to throw it up there.
We have yet to see a made field goal to start off the third quarter. 3 from Williams, leaves it short. Pollard there to change sides.
Now let's see if East Chicago can get something going out of their set offense here.
It was working for them early, but again, they're going up against this man-to-man, and things have drastically changed. Bell feeds the post. Dominique Murphy going up against 3 Cougars, and he gets hit on the arm, and Coach Scott is not happy. You got to remember, though, Jay, both benches were warned in the first half.
Yes, they were, so the coaches have got to watch themselves. It looked like it was first off, looked like he was still on the ground, and it looked like it was all ball. But again, you had 3 guys surrounding him. They're going to call that.
Dominic Murphy, usually pretty reliable at the charity stripe.
That's his second miss of the night.
Yeah, he's split. He has a couple of trips at the line. Usually Dominic Murphy in the mid-range is almost guaranteed, but not so far in this contest. You got to wonder if there's some rust for the for the Cardinals, correction. We haven't played in a week.
All right, and they're still down 1 with 2 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Is there an injury maybe? As the referee called for the play to stop and then pointed at Demetrius Williams, who then went to the bench.
Yeah, it looked like he was rubbing his eye or had maybe lost contact or maybe got poked in the eye at the last possession.
Yeah, he was over in the corner, so we didn't see him, but we saw him instantly head off. So that'll be interesting to follow up. Mosley catches the pass. Mosley strong to the rim, and he beats Yamari Waller.
Wallace at 6'6", went up high to try and block that one, but no dice.
30-27 lead for 21st Century Charter. They got that lead late in the first half, and Dominic Murphy in the post puts it down.
Yeah, Murphy with a little finger roll right there over the top of the defense.
He had 13 points in the first half. That'll put him up to 16. Vaughn saw a path to the basket, and he left his shot just short. Keontae Bell to Pollard. Pollard going baseline floater, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And right at the bottom of it is Elijah Musadik. Musadik did a lot of great things defensively in the first half.
He got right there just right inside the 3 second area, established his feet, and did not move.
Pollard tried to do everything he could to avoid bumping into Musadik, even going for the floater.
Yeah, Pollard's first foul in the game.
Second on the Cardinals in the third period. Vaughn with the head fake. Floater over Wallace. 2 Cougars ran into one another, and Wallace's pass gets tipped away. A good look, and the shot goes down. Great steal by Donaldson. Donaldson then gets 2 points. Back to a 3-point game. Wallace going up against Musadik. Musadik playing great defense on him.
Yeah, East Chicago with some lazy passes.
Murphy power dribble, 2 players in the air, and Murphy with an and 1 play.
Nice little head fake there under the basket. Murphy gets that ball right on the block, catches it, goes up, head fake, and then draws the foul and an easy 2 right there. If you're going to foul, make sure he doesn't get the basket.
How good was that head fake, Jay? When he did the head fake, you saw 2 black jerseys rise trying to block the shot. and they had no choice but to hit him. So Murphy could tie the game if he hits this free throw, and he misses another one. Odd night overall for Dominic Murphy.
A little struggle from the charity strike.
Again, 75% from the line, and that's really good for high school basketball. That's 3 out of 4 free throws, but he's missed more than 3 tonight. So it stays a 1-point game. Charter holding on to this slim lead. Bad pass. Ball was on the ground, regained by Donaldson. Donaldson puts it on the hardwood. Body's hitting the ground. They're going to call a foul on Dominic Murphy, who basically tackled Donaldson.
He was already on the ground. He just piled on.
It was almost like a bear hug, just jumping on him and wrapping his arms. I got the ball. Let's jump ball. Indeed, a foul, and the first on Dominic Murphy, which is still good news for Alamaruri. Here comes Vaughn after he regained the pass. Can't make the shot. Williams gets the offensive rebound, and he's going to get hit and go to the line.
And it looks like it's going to be Greg Williams' third foul.
It is on Greg Williams. Third foul on the 6'7 senior. Foul trouble was a big thing for the Cardinals in their last game.
Yes.
That was including Murphy, Wallace, and Williams. And so far it's been Williams and Bell. First missed free throw for Williams. 63% free throw shooter in this 2024-2025 campaign.
Yeah, both teams struggling from the charity strike tonight as Williams comes out of the game.
So Greg Williams going back to the bench. Demetrius Williams getting closer to 1,000 points in his career. He came in today 82 points away. And the second one rolls out. Bad spin on it for Demetrius Williams, so he comes up empty at the stripe. Under 4 minutes to go. Can the Cardinals gain the lead here? Dominic Murphy has certainly been the hot hand. Looks like they're going to try and send him up down low. That's exactly what they did. He curled around, received a beautiful pass from Watkins. Mid-range jumper, and mid-range money. Murphy finally looms his head.
Yeah, the 3M company produces right there.
That was about a 13-foot jumper for Murphy. UC Dick, good feed to Vaughn, and Vaughn with the harm and the hack. He's going to go to the line.
Yeah, it looks like that was Watkins on the foul. Yeah, Watkins came in just a little late right there. No sense in trying to block that one. Hayes was already up in the air making that shot.
That was a nice setup by UC Dick to feed Hayes, who was cutting from the right corner and went up and under, got hit, and he puts down the free throw. 2-point lead for the Cougars. So the Cardinals had to lead for a moment, but the Cougars regained it right back, going to the most reliable scorer in Vaughn. Wallace going up against Vaughn. Amari Wallace had a quiet night. He has 5 points. We'll see if he steps up later in the game. Behind the back, Bell hands it off to Wallace in the corner. Wallace going to dribble it to center court and reset.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking for Murphy to come out and get the ball.
Pollard, floater, and another offensive foul on the Cardinals. And that's their 5th foul. So that means that the Cougars will be in the bonus for the rest of this quarter with just 10 ticks from 3 minutes.
East Chicago getting in some deep foul trouble.
Pollard heading off the floor. That was his 2nd foul. And great work by the Cougars to put their body on the line to get some turnovers and offensive fouls on East Chicago. Bell for a moment had the ball, and he landed almost in the scorer's table. At least he went around it.
He was gonna come up in the press row up here.
I believe that was Dwayne Wade that once saved the ball and then had to jump on top of the scorer's table in Miami. And Bell almost did that. Same number, too, number 3. Murphy got his fingertips on the ball. He's at the bottom of the pile with the basketball. They're going to give the signal for a jump ball. And that red arrow reads that it belongs to the home team, the Cougars. Or the Cardinals, correction.
Good catch.
2 C teams, and it's throwing me off tonight, Jay.
Yeah, East Chicago's got to get back into their offense. They're having some big-time difficulty, and I think it's all about that pressure from 21st Century. Even though they're undersized, they can pressure that person with the ball.
The defense has been exquisite for the Cougars. There was a timeout where they changed it up. Bell, spin move in the paint. Can't get it to go. Another look going up, and it's good. As that's Greg Williams coming back into the game. Again, his first bucket. We're even now at 35. Williams, spin move. Drops off Musidick. Musidick runs into Murphy. Pass out. Here comes the shot from Hayes. Hayes put too much on it. Musidick is the offensive rebound. Runs into Murphy. And the ball being tipped back out. Another look coming up for the Cougars. Here's a three from Williams from downtown. And Williams drills it.
Oh, what a sequence right there. 21st Century just stuck with it and was able to bang home the three.
Bell almost getting double teamed. Here comes Watkins down the lane. He gets hit, and Watkins looking very strong.
Wow, what a nice take to the basket right there by Watkins, and drawing the foul and throws it up and in for the basket. As you can see him here, draws the contact, throws it up, and bangs it home.
Joseph Watkins had a big dunk a few weeks ago. Coach Maruri said this kid has freak athleticism and fearlessness, and you saw it there. The fearlessness to go into the paint and get that bucket, and the athleticism. Tough shot, and Ron Mosley showing his fearlessness as he somehow got it over Greg Williams.
Yeah, Greg Williams didn't want to pick up that fourth foul right there. Has three already. Didn't want to pick up that fourth and have to sit it out for a while. Good defensive play.
The ball was tipped away, and they're going to say the Cardinals are going to hold on to it. Donaldson making it very tough for Mario Wallace to hold on to the basketball. Bell has the ball, but I don't think the Cardinals know the play is being ran. Murphy receives the pass, and they're going to call another foul on the Cougar. Let's see who it's on.
It looks like number 15.
Williams, that's second. That was the last foul to give for the Cougars in this third quarter with 1:07 to go. So one more inbound play, and I think the Cardinals thought it should be free throws. They must have looked on the wrong side of the scoreboard on that far side. Murphy, one-on-one against Musidick. Picked up his dribble. He has nowhere to go with it. As he dumped it down low to Williams. Williams gets hit, and it goes down. And one play coming up for the very tall Greg Williams.
Well, Williams gets that rebound, sticks it right back up, and floats it over to defense. That's the one thing East Chicago can do. They can play above 21st Century. But once that ball hits the ground, it seems like 21st Century has owned it.
Third foul on Terrence Hayes. Something we're going to have to look at as the game goes along.
Well, I think he's a smart enough player that he's going to be able to stay in the game.
Yeah, over 1,000 points already in his young career. He's only a junior. Terrence Hayes receives the ball. He's going to run the offense as he tries to force one down low. Greg Williams was there to poke it away. Here comes Wallace. He gets it past half court. Feeds it to Watkins. Watkins going with the right hand against Mosley. He's going to dribble it back out. And Keontae Bell's going to reset the offense. 35 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, whittle it down for that last shot.
Murphy going around his defender. Williams tried to steal it away. Williams receives it down low. And they say he's going to go out on one of the two Cougars that was there to defend Greg Williams.
Yeah, Williams looked like he had a wide open shot, just couldn't handle the ball.
Substitution as Jamarian Kelly checks into the game. He closed out that first half, and they're going to get Williams on to the bench for a quick breather. Murphy in the post. He has a mismatch, Jay, and Dominic Murphy takes advantage of it. Cardinals have a lead.
Yeah, he went right over the top of that defense. Great job, and you talked about it earlier. He has great feet, Andrew, inside that lane.
Dominic Murphy, 40 straight games with 10 points or more. Ball was hitting a couple of feet. Hayes was able to regain it, missed the shot. They're going to have to hoist one up here. Here it comes, and just off to the right. A thrilling third quarter in this Game of the Year billing. is certainly living up to it. We head to the fourth with the Cardinals holding just a 2-point lead. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
First home, dream home, forever home. Tech Credit Union has the right home loan for you. Their loan officers can help you purchase a home, refinance your current mortgage, or unlock your home's equity to get cash out for any purpose. Let Tech Credit Union show you why they are the better option for a home loan. Learn more at www.techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crown Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crown Company's the business professionals. We'll have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And we'll have the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Jay Simmons joining me, Andrew Mild on the call as we set up for the fourth quarter. Mosley, right out of the break, shoots a mid-range look, and it won't go down. Wallace loses the ball, and they're going to call a foul on one of the Cougars.
Yeah, they should have let Wallace go right there. He was completely out of control.
It's on Mosley. First foul on the Cougars, the first 14 seconds in. Cardinals outscored the Cougars 16-12 in that third quarter as they got themselves a 2-point lead.
Yeah, it's going to be a nail-biter the rest of the way down.
Williams gets Musi Dick. Good drop-off. Bell, right hand, and it hits off the back iron. Put back look won't go down for Williams. Ball rolling out of bounds. And it's going to be East Chicago ball. We're looking at it here, Jay. East Chicago is 8-0 at home. They don't lose here. Their last loss was a year ago on December 23rd of 2023, where they lost to Kenwood. So it's been a long time.
Yes, it has. They have been dominant here at home.
And for the Cougars, they have let to lose on the road. They're 5-0. So something's got to give tonight.
Again, East Chicago having trouble getting into their offensive sets here. The quickness of the Cougars is just too distracting.
Yeah, Donaldson going up against Wallace. Wallace picks up the dribble, gets it to Williams. And there's a risky steal attempt. Here's a three from Bell. Good! Yeah. Big three for Keontae Bell.
Bell just sets his feet, gets great rotation on the ball, and just bangs that one home. That's a 5-point lead now for the Cardinals.
Bell did not make a three in the last game. Only attempted one shot. Settled on rebounds and assists. Here's a sharp attack by Hayes. Ball goes out. There's a Cougar on the floor over here by the bench. That was Donaldson that hit the floor hard. And Hayes looking for his teammate to help him up.
Yeah, Hayes, a lot of contact in there, but it looked like he initiated it. And no call on the play.
Hayes, 7 straight games with 10 points or more. Catch and shoot, and it's not going to go down. Watkins slapped it, and luckily it was regained by one of his teammates. It's Keontae Bell, who just hit a huge three. He shoots 31% from three on the year.
Let's see if they go to Murphy here in this offensive set.
They're trying to slow it down with them having a 5-point lead. Murphy, good move, mid-range floater, and it goes down easy.
Nice job. Murphy got his feet set in the lane and just dropped that one in.
Not going to see too many players that have the skill set like Dominique Murphy. Hayes with the drop-off pass as he caught it, went up, foul on Wallace, and that's going to be a huge play for the Cougars. They're going to go to the line.
Let's see if Hayes can complete the 3-point play here. Wallace is second on the night, so he's not in any foul troubles.
That was a beautiful pass to set up Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes Hayes knows exactly when to cut to the basket and look for the ball. And, you know, that when you score that many points, you better know when to do it.
Scored 17 points in their win against University City, only attempting 2 threes. So that tells you that he wants to get to the rack and get hit. 47-43, Cardinals holding this lead at the moment, trying to escape with a win here tonight. Wallace with a lot of dribbling. Watkins going with the left hand, about a 17-footer, and it's just off. Here come the Cougars. Hayes against Murphy, and Murphy slaps him. Hayes going to go back to the charity stripe. Yeah. And that's the second foul on Murphy.
And Hayes is paying the price for it. He's gonna need an ice bath after that. And that's 2 times in a row down the court. 3 times in a row he's been knocked down to the ground.
He is not afraid to leap up with these giants down low, as he's gone up against Murphy and Wallace and Williams. All 3 of those players are 6'6" or taller. First free throw is good.
Well, he's got a strange routine up at the line. You see him set his feet about 3 feet from the line, dribbles up, or walks up, dribbles, no dribble, there he goes, and then shoots. But it works for him.
I was going to say, it's only strange if it doesn't work. And it definitely worked there. Going 2 for 2 is Hayes. 47-45 for the Cardinals. Bell bringing up the ball, running the point. And a steal! Recovered! Watkins trying to get down low. Bad pass as he absolutely whipped it at Murphy, who was being covered by Musidic, and that is a tough possession for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Watkins continuously does the no-look pass, and that time it almost took Murphy's head off. He was so close that it was going about 90 miles an hour right at him.
Yeah, Watkins was trying to get the baseline, lost the ball, and thought, well, might as well drop it off to my best scoring teammate, and it was just a bad pass overall. Hayes, spin move, and not a travel there as he lost the ball and then regained it. They kicked it back out to Donaldson. Williams to Hayes. Hayes gets bumped, and it's on the floor, and that's going to be on Greg Williams, his 4th, Jay.
Well, we'll have to see. Now it's going to be on number 10, Joseph Watkins.
The way that Williams reacted, you thought maybe it was going to be on him. His eyes got wide, and he goes, "What did I do? My arms were straight up."
And you saw Pollard was already coming in for Williams, but Williams didn't pick up the foul, so he stays in the game.
And Coach Maruri thought the same thing we were thinking. Donaldson, nice pass. Hayes can't throw it down. He lost it going up. Wallace got too deep and lost the ball. It's snatched away by Williams. Williams, Euro step, no good. Rebound, Hayes. Hayes tosses it up. That's no good.
Boy, they're letting them play underneath the basket, getting physical down there.
Donaldson ended up with that last rebound. Cougar's going to dribble up to half court. Under 4.5 minutes to go. 3-ball on its way. Short from Mosley. What a sequence of events here on this end. But the Cardinals stand strong and still maintaining a 2-point lead.
Yeah, for 21st century, Terrence Hayes really likes to crash those boards as well.
He averages almost 8 rebounds a game. Williams at the high post. Murphy with a spin and a fadeaway, and he gets that friendly shooting roll, and it goes down.
Yeah, what a soft touch from about 10 feet out by Murphy.
Having himself another night to remember as he chases down E'Twaun Moore's scoring record. And a foul immediately called on Watkins. Hayes is quick. He's got that quick first step to get around his defender. And for Watkins, he says, I have no choice. I got no help. I got to foul him.
That's right. I mean, you'd rather foul right there than let him have the easy take to the basket.
3rd foul on Watkins as he's picked up all 3 of these fouls in the 4th quarter, and that's the last foul to give to the Cardinals. So 1 more foul, and you'll see the Cougars going to a double bonus. With it being such a close game, that's key for them.
Yeah, you like to if you're East Chicago, you want to put Mosadik on the line, right?
Watkins trying to steal the ball away, and left unattended was Donaldson. He looked around saying, I'm unguarded, and he goes up with the left hand. 2-point game. They cut the lead in half.
Well, just bad defense right there. You got to stay between your man and the ball, or your man and the basket when he's got the ball.
Bell kicks it back out. Here comes a three from Watkins, and Watkins drills it. Deontay Bell with the playmaker.
Back to a 5-point lead for East Chicago.
Mosley into the paint, and Mosley responds very quickly. And these final 3 minutes might be the most thrilling 3 minutes of basketball you'll ever see in high school sports.
This gym is electrified. This crowd is into it.
Bell just made a great play. Watkins almost on the corner.
Got to give that ball to Murphy. Let him put you on his back.
They do give it to Murphy up against Musadek. He spins, gets to the cup, and Dominic Murphy says, "Get on my back."
What a take right there by Murphy. Gets the ball about 10 feet, 15 feet out, right at the three-point line, makes a move right at the baseline, and then strong to the finish and gets hit in the back. And that's number 4 on Terrence Hayes. He got him right in the back of the head. Now, let's see how smart Hayes can play in the last 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
You said it, Jay. Give it to Murphy. Let him make a play. And using the footwork, the spin move, he put 3 defenders in the rinse cycle. And with a clean make at the line, the Cardinals have a 6-point lead, their largest in quite some time. Timeout being called, and it's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. So we will stay right here. And Jay, this game has definitely been thrilling.
Yes, it has. A great team speed by 21st Century to negate East Chicago's length. They've been able to stay in the game. Now it comes down for 21st Century. What can Terrence Hayes do? Can he put this team on his back and finish it off? We got Lametrius Williams also at 6'4", trying to finish it off. He's averaging 19.5 a game. These two guys have got to answer the bell right here and make some points and make something happen positive for 21st Century. And there we go. A little bit of the cheerleader action here, getting the crowd into it. It is loud. It is raucous tonight here in East Chicago.
Every time we come here, the 2 cheerleading squads start bickering at one another. And you even ask, are we going to see it again? And sure enough, here with 2:38 to go, we saw it one more time.
Yeah, it looked like they had been warned not to go past midcourt like they did the last couple of times. So they stopped right at the midcourt line.
2:30 to go. Do the Cougars have it in them to get back into this game?
They've got to get the ball in the Terrence Hayes hands.
Ball is lost by Donaldson. He tried to split a couple of the defenders and lost it. Williams has to get rid of it. Watkins, long pass to Wallace.
Slow it down here, East Chicago.
Trying to milk the clock. The fans know that this is crunch time for EC. They're going for the dagger right here.
Got to get it to Murphy.
Murphy in the post. Skip pass. Nice one more pass. They strung some together. Wallace received it from Williams. He got hit in the paint. No shot, and that was just a 3rd foul on 21st Century Charter.
Yeah, Wallace had an easy layup if he didn't get fouled right there. So smart play by 21st Century to initiate the contact and pick up the foul.
Yeah, he brought Murphy all the way out here to the 3-point line, separated the floor a little bit, and some good passes. And you're right, that would have been an easy one for Wallace. Murphy receives it. Murphy from the mid-range, no good. Soaring it for the rebound is Wallace, no good. Body's hitting the floor. Numbers game for the Cougars. Hayes receives a pass, goes up. He can't dunk it, but Watkins fouls him intentionally. And I believe that's either his 4th or his 5th. That's his 4th, Jay.
Yes, it is. But, hey, a great job of picking up the foul right there.
But Hayes is hurt.
He looks like he's grabbing his ankle. May have came down a little awkwardly as he went up for that jam.
Well, the thing here, Jay, is if Hayes can't shoot the free throws, Coach Marui gets to pick who shoots the free throws for the Cougars.
Well, I'm just going to throw it out there, and I think he's going to pick Mosadik to shoot the free throws.
He hasn't got to the line too many times this year. And Hayes, a lot like Wofford in that first half for East Chicago, he got hurt.
It looks like he came down just a little bit awkwardly, whether or not it was on somebody else's foot. Had the contact, came down a little off balance and may have sprained that ankle. That
was very tough. And for 21st Century Charter, they're losing their best scorer. He can't stay in the game to shoot the free throws. Most of the time, you'll see teams let their best shooter shoot and then intentionally foul immediately or take a timeout. But the referees are converging, and Coach Maruri, as we said, gets to pick who shoots. Or is Coach Scott going to pick? So the rule might be different in high school compared to the NBA.
Well, Ryan Mosley, the freshman out there.
Mosley.
Pressure situation here for the young man.
Mosley's got a good shooting stroke, and the first free throw's no good.
You could see he just pushed that one up there a little bit, taken by the moment here.
This is not a good environment for a freshman to be shooting free throws. The crowd on the far end of the court from us really getting into it. Second one goes down pretty easily for Mosley, so he makes the adjustment. It's a 5-point game with 1:45 to go. A timeout being called.
Looks like a full timeout.
So with that full timeout, we will step aside. We'll see you on the other side of this break. The Cardinals lead by 5 as this is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Another night and another dominant Dominique Murphy performance. Andrew Mild and Jay Simmons on the Region Sports Network. And Dominique Murphy, whenever East Chicago needed a big bucket, he was able to deliver and even get a and-one play down here. And because of him, the Cardinals are holding a 5-point lead and very close from snatching up their 13th win of the year.
Great job. The rest of the players knowing the situation, knowing what's going on in the game, and getting your playmaker the ball in the last couple possessions, and Murphy being able to fulfill those needs and make the baskets.
Another thing to mention, if you're just joining us, Terrence Hayes limped back to the bench after he went for a dunk and missed it, but he was fouled. So Coach Scott sent in Ryan Mosley to shoot the 2 free throws for him. So the leading scorer for this team is now on the floor right now with them down by 5 and 1:40 left in this contest.
East Chicago does a nice job getting that ball easily up court.
Wallace against Ryan Mosley, a 5'5 freshman, as he's trying to poke it away from Wallace. Wallace was in no hurry to get away from him. Watkins going strong with the right hand. Keontae Bell coming over from the wing to get the ball. Dominique Murphy can't get the ball. That was a bad pass. Here comes Williams down the floor. Dominique Murphy, how do you like me now? And Williams can't believe what he just saw.
Murphy went up and just swats that one away. Here we go. We got the bad pass. We got the breakaway. We've got him going up for the layup, and Murphy comes out of nowhere and swats it away.
Special talent, Dominique Murphy, not giving up on the play and blocking the shot from Demetrius Williams.
He got that ball right at the peak of height, and there was no way that would have been goaltending.
Mosley loses handle of it, gets it away to Williams. Williams sees it's Wallace. Big jump step, and he gets to the cup and kisses it off the glass. Timeout, Scott. 3-point game with under a minute to go. And it's a full timeout, so we will take a quick break. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Under a minute to go, the Cardinals lead by 3. The Cougars just got a key bucket from Demetrius Williams Jay, got to ask you, coming out of this timeout, what's it going to take for the Cougars to tie this game up?
I think great pressure like they had this last time down. You know, East Chicago tried to run a little motion offense out at the point, and one of the players turned his back, caused a turnover. Dominique Murphy may have made the play of the game, swatting that one away, but they still come away with 2 points. They've got to do some great pressure right here. East Chicago just seems to throw that ball away.
Wallace taking his time up the floor. Here comes a double team. Bad pass! Stolen! Here comes Demetrius Williams. Going up. Ball stripped away. And they're going to call it out of bounds. Still going to stay down here, though, for the Cougars. But they were begging for a foul call, and they didn't get it.
Coach Arui just besides himself down at the other end of the court. He's got to figure out what is going on with their passing. They are throwing some lackadaisical passes in these passing lanes. 21st century is just too quick. You can't do that.
Can the Cougars even it up here? 35 seconds. Thought about taking it was Mosley, and his ball stolen away from Bell. Dominique Murphy gets hit on the arm as Hayes came back into the game, and that could be his final foul.
That is it for Hayes.
That is it for Hayes. Spot on, Jay. And Dominique Murphy going to the line for the biggest free throws of the game of the year.
Yeah, let's see what kind of pressure player he is.
Yeah, Hayes comes back in after getting hurt. Had no choice but to foul Murphy and give his team an opportunity to tie this game up.
Yeah, that was a no-win situation Hayes was caught in right there. Do you give him the dunk and let this place just go ballistic, or do you foul and take yourself out of the game?
If Dominic Murphy would have thrown down that basketball, we would have been sitting here in the cold because there would be no roof on this gym. Free throw miss, Jay.
He's got to hit this one right here, get it a 2-possession game.
We also want to mention, though, that 21st Century Charter still has 2 timeouts. So if Murphy misses this and they get the rebound, they could take a timeout and talk about what they want to do. But Dominique Murphy closed a cucumber on the second one, didn't allow that first miss to affect the second shot. As a 4-point game, the Cardinals have a 2-possession lead again. But it's going to be Coach Maruri taking the timeout and saw the signal that it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Hey, as we come back, right here are some of the best hands in the business. Just look like the Bricklayers Local for Indiana, Kentucky. As you see, Dominique Murphy come out of nowhere and just block this ball into the cheap seats of the stands. Join the Bricklayers Local 4 and start building your own career today. Visit baclocal4.org to find out more.
Andrew Mile with Jay Simmons doing an excellent job. And shout out to Justin Cole getting that replay so you can relive Dominique Murphy's clutch block here in the fourth quarter. Under 30 seconds to go, 28.1 ticks remaining. And the Cougars are down by 4, trying to pull off a miracle on the road. Donaldson to Williams. Donaldson almost lost it. Back out Williams. Williams with a pass. Here comes a hoist from Mosley. It's off. Battle for the ball goes out. Who's it going to belong to? It belongs to the visiting team, the Cougars. 15.4 seconds left.
Coach Marui had a sub sitting at the bench, and then he grabs him and drags him back to the bench. East Chicago's just got to stall out some time here.
You got to start chucking up shots. They're taking way too much time off the clock.
Yes, they are.
Williams gets a screen, goes to his right, sets his feet. Shot is up and no good. Rebound, and it's a foul called on the Cougars, and that should do it. The Cardinals are now in the double bonus. They're going to shoot some free throws, and that's going to send Keontae Bell to the line. He has an opportunity to ice this game.
Yeah, Bell right here, quality free throw shooter. Let's see if he can bang him home. As an early exit for the fans here with 5.4 seconds left.
Bell's first free throw goes down with ease. Shoots 72% from the line. For East Chicago, they always got to be happy when their fans are getting up, putting their jackets on, walking to the exits, knowing that they are 5.4 seconds away from staying undefeated at the John A. Barato Center. We'll see one more shot at the buzzer, and the East Chicago Central Cardinals defeat the 21st Century Charter Cougars for the second year in a row. And the Cougars now have dropped to 12-4 and lost their first away game of the year. For the Cardinals, they're 13-5 and sitting ever so pretty. They have now won 6 games in a row. They are the hottest team in the region.
Yes, they are, and they've got a battle next week, January 27th, coming up at LaPorte La Lumiere. That should be a good one.
La Lumiere, one of the most prestigious high schools in the entire nation. See a lot of different NBA players come from there. And for the Cougars, they are going up against Marquette Catholic at home on the 27th. So just in 3 days. We are going to take a slight breather. We'll come back, pass out the awards, pass out some thank yous, discuss this game, and then send you on your way. The Cardinals victorious, final score 58-52. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
All right, I'll go get
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
We are back here on the Region Sports Network for the post-game show, where it's certainly quieted down a lot, as a lot of fans have already exited the building. There was a buzz when this game started, and this game lived up to expectations. Back and forth we went the entire way, but at the end of the day, East Chicago Central Cardinals win by 6. They have now won 6 in a row, and it wouldn't be a Region Sports Network broadcast unless we handed out some awards. The first one always is the Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowd Companies have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. And Jay, this guy has gotten a lot of this award.
Yes,
as
he
has established his legacy at this school. Dominique Murphy, 2 straight 30-piece games.
Yeah, and what a nice job tonight. Not only did he score 30 points, but also had some huge blocks, played great defensively, was able to keep Hayes in check as much as he could when he was in the paint and trying to block shots, and just an overall. And in that third quarter, at some point, he was playing point guard because he had 2 of their best ball handlers out of the game. So he did it all tonight.
That puts Dominique Murphy at 1,771 points. 58 away from E'Twaun Moore. So every day he's getting closer and closer to that record. Next up is the Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And this player went back out on the floor after he hurt his leg, and even though he fouled out of the game, it was a foul he needed to take. Terrence Hayes had 16 points tonight.
Yeah, what a great job by Hayes. I have never seen somebody that quick be able to cut to the basket, catch the ball, and be able to explode up and make some nice shots inside the paint, and also take the ball to the big fellas inside. He was not scared at all. And when you talk about a junior scoring over 1,000 points, he's got to be able to take it to the basket against the trees in the middle. And then also he had some nice 10 to 15-foot little jumpers, little floaters in there. Boy, he is just lightning fast. I would be afraid to see what he would be like as a wide receiver on the football field. But he just catches the ball so well in there.
Last one to give out is the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, presented by the Region Sports Network. And I know it's queued up over there, so let's relive the Proud Union Home Play of the Game.
A bad turnover here by East Chicago, gets the ball out. Dominique Murphy trailing the play, comes up out of nowhere, swats it at the peak about a good 1.5 feet over the basket, and swats it before the ball is going in its downward trajectory, and swats it out of bounds. What a great job by Murphy on the timing of that. And you know what? He never quit on the play, because he could have stopped at midcourt and just said, forget it. They got the easy layup. I'm checking out, and he doesn't. He hustles all the way through and makes that big play right there to hold off 21st Century.
Jay, I'll ask you one question before I give out the thank yous. What are your takeaways for both teams tonight as the Cardinals were able to get the win, and what did you think of the Cougars?
This is the first time I've seen them play. They are electrifying. And you talked about them winning so many sectionals. It looks like that team is going to be ready, peaking right now as they go into the month of February here. We've got a few days left in January. But as they move forward into that sectional time, they are looking dynamite, and they can play with the big guys too. I know they're small, they're short stature-wise, but, boy, they can really play with the bigger teams.
Yeah, they're a 2A school that has won 7 of the last 8 sectional championships and trying to get their 4th straight season with 20-plus wins. And then final thoughts for the East Chicago Central Cardinals.
Well, they are a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde team. At moments they play really well, and then other times they seem to struggle just a little bit. And where they really struggled tonight was in their passing. They didn't think they were playing that quick of a team, and they were just floating their passes in the passing lane. And 21st Century, being so quick, was able to get a lot of turnovers tonight and be able to convert those into points. So they're going to have to clean that up a little bit and work on their passing.
All right, so that's the final thoughts from Jay Simmons. We're going to give out some thank yous to start off with the Region Sports Network Management Executive Producer Chris Ramirez, Operations Manager Rich Castillo, Coordinating Producer, and on camera tonight, Zach Miller. That's Miller with 2 eyes, sports director Mike Dewan, our producer Justin Cole, the coaches for both sides, 21st Century James Scott, and for East Chicago Central, Alan Maruri. The ADs, Sydney Smith of 21st Century and Graylin Gordon of East Chicago Central. And, of course, where would we be without our viewers on Facebook/Region Sports Nation, YouTube/Region Sports Network, and IHSAA TV. For my partner, Jay Simmons, I've been Andrew Mile. Thank you for tuning in tonight's game here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.